Hi, this is Mark, and we're back here for the daily recap. So today, you just flip over whatever we did yesterday. We did the exact opposite today for the most part, at least in the indices. We were up 200 yesterday. We were basically down two and change today. Makes for a difficult trading environment, certainly very tough to navigate and figure out what to do. I think the leaders today on the downside, mainly retail. You had Fossil come in, you had Macy's, and then you had some continuation in Under Armour, Nike, and just retail overall has gotten really, really hurt. Then the winner of retail getting hurt is Amazon, and Amazon, again, continues to defy gravity. Keeps going higher, made another high today. I think the high was, what was that, 719-ish. It's getting a little extended, but a parabolic move is in the cards. So you could see some more upside action with this type of stock across the board. Everything else, other high beta. Google took a break after a big move. You could just see it on the charts. Had some news, but as I was saying, it basically pushed up 3 days into some resistance. I would expect some digestion. Facebook basically did absolutely nothing. Tried to make new highs and then just stopped. It's just boring at this point in time at this level. I think it's very hard to it's very easy to overtrade. Very hard to really dig in either way. Baba, same thing, didn't really do a whole lot. I know Netflix came down a little bit. BIDU came down a little bit. Priceline actually is hanging in there. That might be one we can watch if the market hangs tight in the next day or two. Maybe another day of hanging here, but above 1270-ish, I think it looks actually pretty good. Banks had some continuation early in the morning. JP Morgan went up nicely, but then again, they pulled back as the market pulled back. So that really was the MO of this tape. The only indice that was strong, I was trying to figure out, oil had a nice move and closed very strong. The oil number helped. You can see USOs. It looks like the 200-day is in the cards. I think that's the 200-day is in the cards for the USO very shortly. And I think that's I think we could have been down a lot more if actually oil wasn't participating to the upside based on this tape. I can't tell you if we're underlying weakness, underlying strength. I think we're still just quite frankly range bound. We don't really want to get above that 2080, 2100 certainly. And every time we do, we get a little bit of a pullback. I think we're in that pullback. We have 3 days up move. We'll probably have a 2-day down move, and then we'll have to wait and see what happens. And we'll start to wedge on the indices a little bit more. And you can see just on the spiders, I wouldn't be surprised to see down day, inside day, something a little bit tighter action over the next few days in order for us to decide which way we want to go. There is definitely big money, saying bearishness or thinking bearishness across the board. We'll have to wait and see if that plays itself out. Based on what I'm seeing on the charts, we're not quite there yet. I'm not seeing unbiased, just straight out buying and they have to get in at any level. I think it's very strategic. But at the same time, when we get selling, it's normally caught with, if it comes down enough, it's caught with some good buying, and we just tend to stay in the range-bound motion that really we've been in for a little while. I think that's going to stay. So use this top third of the trading range. You can see roughly, it's like 202 on the spiders and then 210. Big enough range that you could take advantage of it. Use those as to your advantage, and at those key levels, take advantage of it. I think that's the key. The middle mush, which is really where we're at right now, I think it's a tough place to really try to position, at least with any sort of authority. So I think I would advise against it for the most part. There's trades every day for us to take advantage of. The key is just trying to figure out where it is. Every day it changes, the playbook changes up a little bit. Today we actually had Tesla, which was weak early, went strong, then went back to weak. It's obviously a broken chart, but you can find a day trade in a lot of these stocks if you really want to, and if you really do your homework. And I think that's the key to trading across the board. We'll have to wait and see what we have tomorrow. We have some earnings after the close. But overall, guys, as I said, we're almost smack down in the middle of this range. I think we hang up here. I think pullbacks are viable. but I do think we could get a little bit more of a pullback before it's going to be a healthy buy where you can, go in with a little bit of authority, because again, we are in that, tug of war where we could go down another, $3-4 in the spiders, and obviously drifting $2-3 in the spiders is not out of the question either. Hopefully you were able to take advantage of today, or if not, hopefully you were not getting too frustrated, because I know it was one of those days that you could really get twisted around a little bit. But we live to fight another day, as we always do, and I will see you back here tomorrow.